Hello Paralifers, welcome back and welcome to the channel. I'm that Pixelbyte and today we just got an update from the Paralives team about a few changes to the game with the 0.1.4 patch notes. So without further ado, let's go through the post. On what is new for the game, we can expect to see an update to the Steam Workshop tags. As stated in the post, the team indicates that creators can now choose tags for their mods and custom content to help players browse the Steam Workshop more easily. Along this, existing content on the Steam Workshop could also be edited to include these new tags. Here's what that looks like if you haven't been able to see that for yourself yet. This will be a great quality of life change for many of you who are versed in downloading mods for the game. Along this, the team created an unpacking inspired house with their collab of the game Unpacking, which introduced items related to the game into Paralives from their previous patch. You can find this in the Lot Library drop-down menu, which can be accessed through the town interface. Now, let's move on to the bug fixes that come with the 0.1.4 patch. As indicated by the post, here is what the team has to say. Improve the save system to reduce changes of having save files that can no longer be loaded. When launching the game and playing with mods, a loading mods screen will now be displayed. This is great to know since most have reported a frozen stutter on the start screen when the game was taking a moment to load in mods. Now we know it's just the game loading these in, so hopefully no more problems there. Fixed a bug where the armory shop was already loaded as if the player had visited it when starting a new game. Fixed an issue where flushing toilets would use too much water, raising the cost on bank statements. Other issues relating to water bills are still being investigated. Cooking. To prevent meals from disappearing when finishing cooking them, the food will be sent to the inventory if no empty counters are available to place the meal on. Other similar issues are still being looked into. Fix an issue where two parafolk would sometimes fail to grab a portion from the same group meal when doing the interaction as a group. Fix an issue where using the oven would sometimes bug and interrupt cooking if the oven was in a tight space. Glad to know this one is fixed because I am often facing this one and it was frankly annoying having to deal with it. I would even go as far as to say that other appliances like the fridge have this problem as well, but I'm sure the team is working on a fix for that. Performing an interaction with a para that is currently using the stairs will no longer be possible to prevent bugs where parafolks get stuck in the stairs. I haven't personally tried doing interactions with a para while moving on a staircase, but I guess it makes sense because I did see some people complain a lot about getting stuck on them. The Community Center food bundle now requires group portions for cooked recipes instead of a single portion to make it easier to complete. Try for Baby will now correctly only be available if one parafolk can get pregnant and the other can get others pregnant. The Want to Try for Baby will no longer appear for non-applicable couples. They will instead get a Want to Adopt a Baby. The wall-mounted TV will no longer hide when wall visibility is toggled off, which is nice because most of us play with half walls turned on, and it was strange seeing objects like TVs and mirrors hidden away with wall visibility. Glad to know that the TV will stay visible. Fix an issue where the default underwear would change color by themselves. Fix the bug where toddlers would sometimes play kid animations when idle, which would deform their face. Fixed a pathing issue preventing parafolks from entering the train tunnel shortcut in the industrial district. Fixed a bug where paintings would lose their sell value when stored in the inventory, making it impossible for players to complete the Art Bundle to Community Center bundle. Parafolks will no longer keep the exclusive lovers label after breaking up. Fix the bug where a para could get a want to propose to a para they are already engaged with, or want to be in a relationship with a para who is already their lover. Fix the bug that prevented parafolks from practicing the triangle. When turning off 24-hour display mode, 12 AM is now correctly displayed. It was previously shown as 0 AM. Adult parafolks will now wait for toddlers to finish their interaction when picking them up from the high chair to prevent animation issues. Other similar issues are still being investigated. Eye bags and wrinkles are no longer added to the parafolk when randomizing outfits. Parafolks will now show their teeth when editing them in the Paramaker. And last but not least, they fixed a bug where build mode, furniture, and items will no longer be interactable after having them in the inventory. On this last page, the team just gives some tips for screen glitches and save corruption. They also indicate that there are more issues that they're looking into and investigating. Now, if you are experiencing any issues not related in the team's previous known issues post or have an issue in your game flare up, please send any bug reports or any feedback you have about the game to the web link they provided. I'll also be adding the link down in the description as well. Doing that will be immensely helpful to the team in being aware of things they could fix. Now, I do want to also note that if you're playing with mods, to always turn those off when you're troubleshooting your game, just to ensure that a bug or an issue isn't related to the game itself and could be due to two mods conflicting with each other or a particular mod doing something. If it is a mod, it would be better to report that to said modder so they can figure out what needs to be fixed. Okay, that's all that I have for you today. I will probably push out another build video for you all either tomorrow or Saturday, so look out for that. It's Pokemon related for those interested, and I had a blast tinkering around with Advanced Tool and seeing how far I could take it. I'll see you all in the next one. Happy gaming and bye bye.